What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Make It Kustom. I'm Carl Fisher, and this is the beginning of the Thrash. We've got Kyle Carter, Carter's Auto Restyling, or is it
here against my will, just in case anybody's asking?
I don't see no handcuffs on those wrists, but he's kind of right, I guess. Or is it Carter's Hairstyling?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Hairstyling and lifestyle advice.
You might need some of Carter's hairstyling, according to people in the comments. Anyway, this is the beginning of what hopes to be a super fun Thrash. We were just hanging out as buddies, working on cars, and the objective of this whole thing is to get Elio's Roadster rolling and, I don't know, just all the parts that were on the floor onto one thing. That's kind of, I don't know, we're just going to jalopify the rust. Thanks for coming, Kyle. I'm stoked that you're here, man. It'll be sweet.
Thanks for the invitation.
Ah, see? Invitation, not against his will, right?
I start blinking SOS.
He doesn't know Morse code, so he's... Lee Grant, LG Customs, he's on his way. I guess the game plan for today is going to be kind of squaring up the body. It's been squared up a little bit, not square by the ichrometer. So I think Kyle and I are probably going to work on that a bit. I'm trying to get it squared up enough that the body can be separated from the chassis. And I think Elio and Lee are probably going to work on like drivetrain and chassis stuff. And we're going to start just trying to eye up the body, square it up, and get her going. Yeah, you found a few spots that need to be kind of played with. So from the back, like when we say ichrometer, seriously, like the eyes don't lie. So what you can kind of do is if you line your eye up between a couple of spots that are centered and you look at other spots that need to be, flat and level. I'm not sure how well we'll be able to do this, but the center of this panel is somewhat centered in here. It's the wrong panel. We're going to make a new one. But we're eyeing that to the dash. And we're seeing a few discrepancies right now. Like this quarter here is a little bit low. How we can check that is by kind of doing one of these and eyeing up the corner of that dash panel to where it hits this panel. And you can see we're about a half an inch off if I eye it up. It's hard for me to eye it up in the camera, but you can see I can see more meat of the dash on this side than that side, telling us this is low. That's kind of reinforced by the idea that you can see that this kind of dips down. We've got some, like this gutter here has more meat up top. So we've got a little bit of a discrepancy there because it's kind of pushed in. If you saw the quarter when we got it, like this quarter was flat. Completely. You'll probably see it on Elio's videos. He banged them out. There's like 3 quarters to make that one, and it's still not a full quarter. So it's as far from a solid, unmolested car as it could ever be. So I think, we might even end up just making all the panels for it because we don't have a trunk lid anyway. So yeah, that was a head nod, or was that SOS? I can't tell.
Enough jaw jack, and let's cut some stuff up.
Yeah, okay. I'm a jaw jacker. Oh, I guess it has to be plugged in too.
That helps, yeah.
Man, when are they gonna
This is how it goes, right?
when are they gonna have the Bluetooth power
I
figured
know
out?
they got laser welding and everything else now, but they don't have Bluetooth power cords.
Nikola Tesla had Bluetooth power back in the day.
Yeah.
He did. Give it the old micrometer there.
I don't know.
If you make the call, you'll
I mean,
be
in the words of Ray Charles, it looks good to me.
Hey man, that guy was blind. Okay, it's just a tack, so it won't do anything crazy. I love
Oh,
how
I think it
it's
just went
okay.
right back to.
You know what it is? Because we're tacking it to something that is also not
Yeah.
ready to be tacked.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I think that well, that one's touching, right?
Yeah.
Or
No,
almost.
it's-
No, that one's not touching either. Okay, hold on. We can't be doing that. Okay, so if what we need to do. Oh, you know what? We could tack it to this.
Yeah.
That's what we should be doing.
Now we're thinking.
That's why we tacked those in place.
Exactly. We were just doing it this way to show people the wrong way.
Yeah.
Do not do this.
Also, it's good to wear a welding helmet unless you're really good at not looking at light.
Exactly. Safety first, and if not first, then whenever it's convenient. You can smell lots of gas, so.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Is it May on?
She's just being temperamental. That's okay. We'll just push her. You just made me sad.
Can we play on that side?
Yeah.
Just kick it right out. You can go sit outside and think about what you did. Seems definitely super solid, like it's not going to move at all.
It's got a little bit of cowl shake, but that's normal. Yeah, they're all like that.
Oh yeah.
There's like 1.5 pet screws going in.
1.5. Yeah, that's probably fine. Like we'll probably just like block, like it sits where it wants to sit. We'll probably put a couple blocks on it, just keep it solid. Okay, so reminder to everybody, we're all making videos here. So you got to go over and check out Carter's Auto Restyling. He's building an incredible chicken truck, total early style custom, and you will learn a lot. He's doing it all by hand, like really, really by hand. So definitely check him out, give him a follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Same thing with LG Speed and Custom, and of course, Mr. Life with the Pepperoni, the new YouTube channel right here. How you doing, man?
Good, I'm great. Oh, this is sick. I'm having so much fun. I'm so excited.
That's what we like to hear. Oh,
Ooh.
those look like half of a door.
Getting there.
All right, game plan for me. I think I will start with the lower quarter pieces here. They have just a little bead roll at the bottom. So it's gonna essentially be a relatively flat piece with just a tiny bit of crown here. I might replace it 3, 4, 5 inches up top. I'm gonna do both sides. I'll break it somewhere here so that it's just a relatively simple piece. So I got a little bit of a bead here that I can go off of, so I'll kind of start with that. And maybe I'll just break an edge on a piece of flat metal and, no, I guess I won't do that. I gotta make that bead, so I'll probably form it with the bead roller, the bead roller and the rubber band on the English wheel. So I'll try and get some of it with this and some of it with the sharp die on the top of the bead roller and something on the bottom. That's the idea. This paper pattern is pretty much useless because there's nothing to pattern. I was like, I'll get the body line. Nope, there's no body line. So I'm gonna take it to the other side and see, because there is a little bit of a body line that Elio kind of put in there on the other side from the open car, or what is it, a Phaeton or something? I don't know. He got these pieces are from another car. I guess a Phaeton that would have been a 4-door. So there's part of this body line sort of scabbed in here that makes some sense, I guess. I don't know. So I will pattern this side and we will use it for both sides just because I want the size of the bead. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. My editor will not get that reference because it's all I need. And this lamp. This lamp. Actually, I will be so stoked if Elliot goes and finds that. I don't even remember what movie it was. It was like this guy walking down the street after he was a millionaire and he made this like thing that kept your glasses from coming off your face. And then he had to sit there writing a refund check for every $1.50 piece. And he lost his house and his mansion and everything. And so he's walking down the street and he's all sad on himself. And he's like, I don't need that. I don't need anybody. He's like picking up stuff off his lawn. I just need this lamp. And that's all I need.
And I don't need any of this. I don't need this stuff. And I don't need you. I don't need anything. Except this. This ashtray. And that's the only thing I need is this. This paddle game. The ashtray and the paddle game. And that's all I need. With these matches. This lamp. And that's all I need too. I don't need one other thing. Not one. I need this.
Follow me for more excellent patch panels. Okay, so basically all I've done here is just added a little bit of extra. These are the areas that are going to fold under. This is the bead itself, and that's the outside panel. Like these are the door jambs, and that's the wheel. So I've just marked them, driver, passenger, and now I can cut them out. And what I'll probably do is this area has to have like a pretty rounded bead. So that's what I'm going to run through the English wheel with maybe like a 2-inch lower die to get that nice radius onto it. And then I will use the bead roller with like the sharp tipping die and then kind of a rounded bead die underneath to try and create the sharp radius at the edge of the bead. So it'll be kind of like, you know, sharp and then sharp radius and then round it over a little bit. Sharp radius again, or almost like just like a bent radius here, and this will be the flange that turns under. So we'll give that a shot and try and make both sides here. See how we do. I learned this from Mr. Mike Wagner, Cornfield Customs. He brought up the incredibly simple and smart idea that having 1/4-inch tape, 1/2-inch tape, 3/4-inch tape around is indispensable for flanges and patterns. You saw me like use the actual flimsy pattern and just add tape at certain sizes. Well, I marked it 1/2 inch on this side, but I need to bend it on this side where you just throw a piece of tape down that's 1/2 inch. Perfect. There's our body line more or less, and our little rolled edge at the bottom. These we can either tip in or cut them off because we don't actually need those extra flanges, but we'll try them on the car in a moment here. Okay, there also is a bit of radius here. It's not much, but we're gonna again use the English wheel and just give it a little bit of that. I'm gonna grab a radius gauge and check what it actually is. So what do we got? Nope. Is it a 12? Nope. It's probably a 24. It's pretty close to a 24. And it's almost bang on a 36. I'll probably use a 24 and just run it a little bit and get a little bit of a curve in there. And then that'll be our panel. All right, I'm liking the look of this. It's turned out pretty good. So I'm not gonna actually do these flanges. I don't think it's necessary. We got solid metal here and back here. I mean, we're gonna be making this wheel well anyway, so I'm just gonna cut the flanges off just for the sake of like, we're thrashing, trying to get as much done as possible, and I know that it's gonna be faster just to whack those off and get this panel in here. All right, well, I got this side tacked in. It's looking all right. I'm just gonna leave it tacked for now and just like, while I'm at it, just keep getting pieces on. You know, if we got some welding to do later, no big deal. Look who just arrived. What's up, Lee? How you doing?
Good. What is up?
You had a good ferry ride?
The ferry ride?
Yeah.
I was uneventful.
Yeah.
Didn't sink.
I've ridden the ferry so many times, like, I don't care.
Yeah, right on. You brought the Roadster, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to go check that thing out. Let's have ourselves a full walk around. Killer. Look at this. Dual carb setup. What is it? I don't know. See, I don't really know my early Ford stuff. I like Edmunds heads I've definitely heard of, but Thixton high-rise dual carb setup. It's got a nice flat head in there, chrome wishbones, big drop, chrome leaf, little passing light. What does it say there? Dominion Automobile Association. I heard him say that was a 34 Ford truck grill. Like it's painted with like brush. It's brush painted. He races this thing. you know, to my understanding. Like super basic interior, wood floor, cool gauges. It's like a 32 style dash, I believe. Look at this banjo style column drop. I like that. I really like that. We're all joking earlier because, you know, we like doing these thrashes because there's not as much pressure to be perfect when we're building them. And Lee said something that totally makes sense to me, and it tracks in my experience too, is that like customer cars, like that's where the level is. Like we try to do our very best, most tops work, get super, you know, anal about everything, and really try and push ourselves to create the best possible outcome. But the reason why we all like doing these thrashes on each other's cars is because our standards are not that high. Like we like worn in cars that are just super fun to build, and so doing something like this where we all get together and thrash on a vehicle together, that is the most fun. Like we're just making patches and you know, not worried about there being some rust and stuff, and not worried about, like, in fact, we like it. None of us want to care about the paint or care that there's a chip from a rock. Like, cars are not fun like that, like, in my opinion anyway. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced, you know, getting a chip on a paint job you spent $30,000 on, and that's a cheap paint job by today's standards. You know, that to me is stressful. That's like, I don't think I've got 30 grand into any vehicle I've ever built for myself ever, you know, and that's what people spend on paint these days. Like a cheap restoration is like $100K these days, but from a shop, because time is money, and it's a lot of time to restore something. So, you know, a car that you don't have to worry about, and that you can drive it, and you can work on it as you go, like, that is sort of where it's at for all of us. And I'm not knocking beautiful cars, because like we all build them for other people, and it really pushes craftsmanship. It's like Kyle said earlier, he says the cobbler's got no shoes. That's how it is. The mechanic has a beat up car, right? That's really what it's about for us. Like it's a hobby for fun, so it's about having fun, right? And Kitsune's having fun with everybody here. Hey, Sue? Yes. Hey, sweetie. Hello, sweetie. Hello. You're a good girl. Eh? Oh yeah, that's the spot. That's the spot. See that? That's the spot. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. I got that one side tacked in on the lower quarter. I'm gonna get the other side tacked in, and just keep rolling with the patches. You're pretty good at working on cars for a hairstylist, you know? He's already got this door all thrown together. Car's coming along. It's only day one. So,
Cool, man.
yeah. That's on there. I got the other one right here. I think Kyle and I are going to swap sides now that he's mocked this door up here. I'm gonna mock that up there. And we'll try and stay out of each other's way and get her done. All right, got this side tacked in. Da-da-da. Always feels good when you see a little more metal and a little less rust. See what Kyle's up to. He's got the second door already put together.
Yeah, ready for SEMA.
Ready for SEMA. I mean, come on, that's better than SEMA, guys. There's no zap straps on it. Right on. Woo! Mr. Lee Grant doing what he does best.
Melting grease.
Forget cleaning it. That's what burning's for.
It smells really good. You
Yeah,
guys smell that?
yeah. I've got the smell hooked up on this one.
Smell-o-vision.
Yeah. How many of these do you think you've torched?
So this is the first time I've done F1 spindles. 'Cause I usually,
Oh, right.
like, as far as like steering arm, a lot.
A lot.
Pretty much every hot rod front end I put together.
They all need it. Like if you drop it, the steering arms don't work, so you've got to rejigger the whole thing.
Exactly. Rejigger.
We make up words around here, okay?
And caster is fastness.
Caster is faster, that's right. How you doing, Mr. Nadir?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Excellent. Very, very good.
You learning a lot?
100, yeah, lots.
Pretty cool. It's like watching old
Even
school-
Elio's
Eh?
cars in that too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We've been wanting this for many, many years.
Yeah. You want a hand with it, Mr. Lee?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll grab this part here. Oh.
You tell me what you need. And I'll come on. What's going on here? Whoa!
Oh, the whole thing's hot.
Yeah, it's on fire inside there. There we go. Air extinguishing. Safety first, children. Oh, we that's why it's out.
Are we out?
You're out. All right, well, these guys are making liquid. Mr. Kyle has got this other door done. Like, no, it's full. It's fully done, latching perfect. We won't show you the latching part because you know it's perfect. So we're gonna tag team these bottoms here now. So we're each gonna cut like basically like a 3.5-inch strip with a 1-inch flange. We're gonna break the edge here, and then we'll kind of heat and beat and make these little bumps in there. And we're each gonna take a side, and it's gonna be a car. End of the Thrash. Day 1. Half roller. Nice job.
Yeah, and I didn't even get here till like 2:30.
Nice job. Zombie Kyle. Nice job. He's been up since 1 a.m. Can you tell? We got.
Wants the rear wheel.
Woo.
Good job, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Good job, gentlemen. Look at that.
Split wishbones, drop axle,
The wheels are on.
reverse eye.
It's like this is amazing. Look how much it steers.
Look at it. This is the
Yeah, let's see how much it steers.
This has lots of.
Oh wow, drifting that wheel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Does that tire hit the wishbone?
oh, it doesn't. It's got a 16th.
See?
Oh no, there it does. Take it.
Well, once he puts his drum on,
Yeah,
that'll space it out.
Right.
and that inch and a quarter space.
Hitler.
Just barely.
Whoa, did somebody do TIG welding on this?
Yeah.
I thought that wasn't allowed.
I couldn't. I couldn't. There's
Joking.
no way I'm doing MIG welds on that.
Well done. These are the old Zephyr tires. They came with the Zephyr, so they've got a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
Those are some pie crusts.
Yeah.
That does look like your grandma used a fork to make them, right?
Yeah. You got any pie?
Oh, no, I got the strudels.
Strudels. Close enough.
All right, end of day 1. See you on the next one.